Now things are getting a little interesting. In this video, we are going to talk about how do you pass functions to another function. Now, if you think it's a little difficult, then you should remind yourself that in the beginning we understood that in JavaScript, functions are first-class data types. That means whatever you can do to a regular data type, you can also do that to a function. So regular data type, you can pass it, right? You can pass a data type like number and a string to a function, right, as a parameter. So you can also pass a function to a parameter. Let's explore that. To do it, we'll just declare a function, we'll give it a name, some name, and the first parameter will be a function. Okay, second one can be any data type. Now this is how we are defining it in our example. This is not required that you must have the first parameter as the function. Remember, once again, functions are first class data types, so you can pass a function on the first parameter or second or third, that doesn't matter. So if this is how you are going to do it, let's go ahead and do it a little real now. What do you do inside that? Once you have the first parameter as a function, what can you do with it? For example, we have a function named PassFunct. The first parameter is a function and second one is some parameter which probably will be a number. What we can do is we can pass the second parameter as a parameter to the first parameter. Our funct is the first parameter. Now if you just look at this part, it is just calling this function, right? Suppose it is double, right? Suppose it is double. So what would happen is, if your function is double, then you are passing 5 to double. Well, you could have done that double 5, right? You could have done it simply like as good as double 5. Okay, this is very simple, but let's wait. Yeah, first let us understand how to pass a function to a function, and then we'll try to answer, if it is so simple, why are we going it in such a difficult way. Let's go ahead. We have our double and other times 5 already defined. So what we'll do is we'll just define function and we'll say pass funct or any function name, right? I'll stick to the name that I've given here. It is pass funct. So and I'll say that the first parameter is a function, okay, and the second one is just a parameter which we don't know what it is. Now what we want to do is I want to return a funct, sorry, func, right, and pass this. Yeah, I think this is wrong. I shouldn't. Yeah. So we know double exists, right? Let us check what is pass funct, if all things are well in that. Yeah, it looks like everything is fine. So let us invoke it now. We'll go ahead and invoke it. Say the first parameter should be a function, right, according to the definition. So I'll say, okay, it is double. Okay, and the second one is say 8. So what do you think will happen? It will double up 8 and return, right? So what has happened? If you look at this one, PassFunct received double as the first parameter and 8 as the second one. So it went ahead and it passed it like this. It called double 8. This is what it did internally, because that's what we defined, right? Look at this. Here a funct is double, so double of 8 is 16. So that's what you are returning. Now the advantage here is, what you can do now is you can decide at runtime which function to call, right? You have a function like this and you want to double it or you want to do times 5. Based on that you can decide. Otherwise, in the regular one, when you call double of 5, you are to decide right now that you're calling the double. or you have, when you're calling times 5 of 5, you're deciding right now that you're calling times 5. But when you're doing a pass funct, you're delaying it. At runtime, you can have a if-else condition on top of it, and then you decide whether it's going to be times 5 and you pass a number like this, or it's going to be something else, like you can have even square. So at runtime, you can decide what needs to be done. Are you going to square it, or double it, or times 5? That's the advantage of passing functions as a parameter to a function. We'll continue with this interesting features of functions in JavaScript. See you in the next video.